Okay, today we're going to draw a picture by counting and count by twos, or use doubles to multiply with the factors 2 and 4. So we are multiplying with factors 2 and 4 today. Make sure you have your names on your papers, so nobody owes me 5 minutes of recess for no name. Okay, let's read the story.
2 students are in a play. Each of the students has 3 costumes. How many costumes do they have in all?
Now, you see that word "in all" at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay, "in all" does not just mean addition. It also means multiplication. So you don't want to get tricked on that, okay? All right, now, what does the word each tell you? Each is another multiplication word, okay? Each is a multiplication word. Everybody, what does each mean? Or what is it?
It's a multiplication word.
Multiplication word, right, Eli? Okay. So what does each tell you? Each of the students has 3 costumes. So each means that they are going to be
3 costumes.
No, 3 what?
Students. No.
Well, okay.
3 students in each room.
There's going to be 3 costumes, yes, but what does each mean?
For one.
That means
For one student.
both students have 3 costumes, right? That's what it means. Okay. Both students, not just one. Both students have 3 costumes. Write that down. Both students have 3 costumes. Both students have 3 costumes. That's what each means. It means both of them have costumes, not just one of them. Both of them have 3. Now, how can you find the number of costumes that both students have? What are we going to do to find this answer? 2 students have 3 costumes. How are we going to find this answer? Instead of adding, okay, yes, we can add. We can add 3 2 times, or what can we do? We did do that last time, right? We added, and then what else can we do instead of adding? Yes, multiplying, which is, they are related. They go together. So yes, we can add.
Or we could have skipped.
When I say 2 3s, we're going to say 3 plus 3 because that is it. Or multiply. But what's the multiplication factor going to be? Now, what's the 2 factors?
2 and 3.
Yes, 2 and 3 because there are 2 students and 3 costumes. You can add 3 plus 3, or you can multiply 2 times 3. Both of them are going to be the same answer. So, let's first find 2 times 3. Just write this one down. 2 times 3. They want to show a model by using equal groups. So, they are drawing 2 counters, or 2 big circles for the 2. No, but for 2, the 2 groups means 2 what? Students. The 2 big circles are the 2 students. Now, what are we going to draw in the big circles?
Circles.
3 circles. Why are we doing 3 little circles? Or counters. We're going to call them counters. Why are we doing 3 counters? Because there are 3 costumes. Okay. So here's the model. Now you're thinking then there are 2 big groups of 3 counters, which is still 3 plus 3. Okay? And 2 groups of 3, or 3 plus 3 equals what, guys? 6. So 2 groups of 3 counters equals 6. So the 2 students have how many costumes in all?
6.
Do you see why multiplication and addition is in all? Because you can add just for multiplying, right? 2 times 3 is just adding 3 twice. 2 times. 3 2 times. Okay. All right, now try this. 2 times 1 equals 1. We know that because of the what property? No, not commutative. Anything times 1 is that number. What property says that? The identity property. Now, then the next one is 2 times 2 equals the same thing as 2 plus 2. Okay? 2 plus 2 is 4, right? Okay, so 2 times 3 is the same thing as doing 3. Okay, hold on. Mrs. Ackerman messed this up for you. I'm sorry. Okay, 2 times 1 is the same thing as 1 plus 1. Look, that's what it says. 2 times 1 equals the same thing as 1 plus 1. 2 times 1 is 2, right? And then 1 plus 1 is 2, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because you have 2 ones. 2 times 2 is 4 because 2 plus 2 is 4. When you multiply by 2, you're just doubling the other factor that you are multiplying by 2. So you're just doing double stack for addition. So 2 times 3 is just adding 3 2 times. And 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, 2 times 4 is the same thing as 4 plus 4. And 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is the same thing as
5 plus 5.
5 plus 5. And what does 5 plus 5 equal?
10.
2 times, what's this next one going to be?
6
is the same thing as
6 plus 6.
We are way ahead of you. You need to get busy. 2 times 6 is the same thing as
6 plus 6.
and that equals
12.
2 times
7.
is the same thing as
7 plus 7 equals 14.
okay, 2 times
8.
equals the same as
8 plus 8 equals 16.
2 times
9.
equals
9 plus 9 equals 18.
okay. Anything times 2 is just adding that number 2 times. You did this to yourself. Okay? So 2 times 5 is just adding 5 2 times. So 5 plus 5, because that's 2 5s. 2 times 6 is just adding 6 plus 6. Okay? 2 times 10 is just adding
10 plus 10.
10 plus 10. 2 times 100.
It's just adding 100 plus 100.
Yeah, it's just adding 100 plus 100. What's 100 plus 100?
200.
So 2 times 100 equals
200.
okay? 2's are very easy to do, right? Yes. Okay, now, when there are 2 in each group, you can count by 2s to find out how many there are in all. There are 4 students with 2 costumes in each, or with 2 costumes each. So 4 students have 2 costumes each. How many costumes do they have in all? You can skip count on the number line to find this answer. So if there are 4 students, you're going to have 4 jumps, and each student has 2 costumes, so you're going to jump 2 each time, and you can see that 4 times 2 equals
8.
Because 4 plus, or yes, okay. Because 4 twos is 8. Now, how can you decide whether to count by twos or to double? How can you decide to count by twos or to just double?
If the 2 is in front, then you just add it twice. But if the other number is in front, then you count 2 that many times.
Okay, yes. You count by twos when there are groups, which is what you just said, yes. So when 2 is the first number, that means that there's that many groups. So count by twos when there are equal groups, or when there are groups of 2. Okay, and then you can double when there are 2 groups with equal numbers. Count by 2.
Let's say there.
Yes, there. Then you can double, like doing 4 plus 4, you know, or 8 plus 8.
There are groups.
When there are groups of 2, yes.
It doesn't say all.
Oh, sorry. When there are groups of 2. Count by twos when there are groups of 2. Double when there are 2 groups with equal numbers. Okay, boys and girls, so what this means is you count by twos when you have, like an 8 times 2 is 8 groups of 2. So you have 8 big groups and 2 in each. So you do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's when you count by twos. But then if there are 2 big groups, and then there's 8 in each, then that is 8 plus 8, which is a double stack. And then that is what you would count by if 2 was the first number. Now, let's multiply with 4 with using 2 though, in doubling the product to do 4. So, because that's what you do. When you do, instead of, when you do 4 times, let's see, 4 times 8, okay? We'll say 4 times 8 real quick before we do this part. Instead, what it means by doubling it is 2 times 8. 2 is half of 4, right?
Yes.
And we know 2 times 8 is 16. So to do 4, you're just going to double the 2. So double the answer, and 6 plus 6 is 12, and 3 ones is 3. So 4 times 8 then is 32. All you're doing is doubling the answer if you do 4 times something. Okay? So 4 times 5. If you multiply with 2, that would be 2 5s, which is 10. Now, if you double the answer of 10, you get 20. So 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, let's do one more real quick. So how about, let's do 4 times 7. 4 times 7. Now, 4 times 7 can be hard. So let's make it easier. Let's break it up into 2 sevens, or 2 times 7 and 2 times 7. So do 2 times 7 twice. Okay, 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 7 is 14. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 4 times 7 is 48. Okay, so that's all you have to do. If you